Well, hello. I am live Wednesday, August 27th, and I have the special live today for showing you on how to prepare for a market. And I know some of you are going to markets, which is a beautiful thing, especially the fall markets and winter markets. I really like them. So let me just make sure that you see my screen. Give me a quick hello if you can hear me. And then also, if you have any questions, feel free to put them into the chat. And we are talking about Blend Precisely today. And we are talking about how to create and be most efficient with going to the market. Hi, Jean. So sweet to see you. Hello. All right. So this call will be recorded and it will be on YouTube here as well. So if you're watching it at a later point, make sure you can come to our group as well, the Indie AI Business Hub. That's where we talk about all kinds of stuff in regards to markets and Blend Precisely and formulations and whatnot else. So just a quick overview. We will be talking about how to add all of your ingredients with your own pricing. Quickly, we're going to go through the list. Actually, let me not go through the list right now because we will check everything off here. Hi, Pam. Nice to see you as well. Good that you could make it. I'm glad. Yes. So if you have any questions, Pam, this is especially for you, this live. Then do let me know. I've got everything on my other screen, so you will see me tilt my head over here. Okay, so let's see. First of all, when you go to the market, we know that, especially Jean, you know as well, we sometimes have some stuff already in our inventory at home, or at home or in your office or wherever you are, and others we need to still actually get. But it's sometimes really complicated to know is like, how much do we still need to buy versus what we have still in stock or in our inventory. So we have the possibility to create quite a bit in Blend Precisely, and I'm just going to get started first. So first of all, very clear, you want to add all of your ingredients with your own pricing to the inventory. And if you haven't done so, I know many of you use the Blend Precisely pricing ingredients, meaning you probably check those ones off, make these mine, and they come over. Make sure you change the prices to your own pricing if you use the Blend Precisely ingredients. Whenever you add your own ingredients, you're adding them already with your own price, right? You click on add new ingredients, this whole new thing comes up. If you're in the Pro Plus or the Lifetime Blend Precisely Lifetime version, you can just enter a link now from where your ingredient comes from, and then it will pull as much information for you as possible already and fill out most of the stuff. If you don't have that, just use the ingredient form here and enter your own prices. All right, so once you have entered all your prices, you start creating your recipes or formulations. And that, of course, should happen with your own suppliers and with your own prices. And we know most of you have done this already. You do it either in the aromatherapy version, most skincare formulators will use the skincare version because it will give you also the allergens and it will give you the face possibilities, and it gives you quite a bit of different more information and views. In the aromatherapy version, which is totally fine, you can choose between the percentage blending, or you might be using, let me just put something in, you might be using the drop down here. Sometimes you probably use drops as aromatherapists, or you might use grams as well. If you have your recipes in grams, remember that you can always convert them into percentage blending over here. I'm not going to go into detail with that, but always know you can convert it into a professional formulation automatically. So you don't need to make any calculations. If all of your recipes are somewhat in grams and ounces and a mix of any of these, you can automatically convert them. All right, then next, let's check this one off. So you create your recipes, great. Then within your recipes, Pam, this is especially if you're under time pressure. And I know you mentioned that you have a lot going on. Let me just come back out here and refresh. Let's say you have, let me just take this one. You have your recipe finished. You've got everything done. Come over to this little drawer and come out here and take your labels or create custom labels. Remember, you have the co-pilots here. So for everything, you can generate a co-pilot label or description. Make it FDA compliant. Or if you're in Europe, make it Europe compliant and then click generate label. Then you can come down here to the description and you can use the co-pilot to use all of these different product descriptions. So you can make it sound professional, friendly, enthusiastic. Oh my, I love this word. Technical and detailed, casual, or luxurious. So play around with the product descriptions and find the tone of voice you would like to use. And then use those ones. Like, for example, let's do casual and conversational. And then you can say, I don't even know what I've chosen here. Cranberry fragrance. I don't know which recipe that is. It's a lotion. Make it sound like someone would want to take a bite of it. Not that it's true, but you can then use the description here. Why this is time saving for you as well when you go to the market is you can make a little description and put it actually out already to your little frames you have maybe on the market, or make it just fun, right? You want to have something fun and new what people might not have seen. And you can play around with these descriptions here and see what comes out of it. Every dollop of this creamy delight is infused with proprietary blend of cranberry and fig fragrance, and so you can change that around. Dappled orchid, where the air is rich with the scent of ripe fruit. Packaged in a chic 1-ounce round amber glass jar, its compact size is perfect for tossing into your bag, ensuring that a touch of fruit-scented luxury is always within reach. And then it gives you the nourishing benefits, and you can even make a little cheat sheet that you can take with you to the market. So I really love this. Instructions are mostly meant, for example, Jean, when you do your in-person workshops, you can create instructions already here for your people and then print it all out as well. Safety warnings, you can also have a co-pilot. So remember, you have the co-pilots here, which is an incredible, perfect addition. All right, so you created your label, you created your product description, and now you want to create a category where you can save everything under it. Now, this is only how I do my things. Everybody might find their own ways of doing things. So I go into my formulations, and you can see all of these categories. And you see here my category for just soap creation scrubs. But I also have here Tamworth FM, which is my Tamworth Farmers Market. And I've got 24 products under here. So here I know these ones are all the ones I take to the farmers market in Tamworth, for example, where I live. But if you want to take them in different markets, and you know, for example, the market A sells these type of products and market B is better with those type of products, you can create different categories. And how to create them is basically you come up here, add a category, and name it. Now, for example, I'm creating a farm stand right here at my house. So I would call it my farm stand category and click save. So you just come over here and add the farm stand category. Now, what I would do is that I would choose my recipes or formulations and put them right into my farm stand category, because I'm surely not selling all of these ones I have here on hand, right? So what I'm going to do is like, oh, I'm going to search. Let's go to the Tamworth market, for example. Let me see, I am still in there, which ones I would take. For example, the shampoo bars, or let me do the shea butter and mint lip balm. I'm going to take this one to the market. And the superfruit peach serum is so delicious. I'm going to take this one. And then I will definitely do maybe the CBD muscle and joint wrap. So let's try that one. You know what? And the facial wrap here, scrub. So those 4 I'm going to take to my farm stand over, and I'm going to put them out there for sale. So I check my recipes here, click edit, and then I add them to the newly created farm stand category and click go. I leave them in my Tamworth market because I'm gonna still take them there. But now I'm also, you see it's changed from 0 to 4. I'm also going to take them to my farm stand out here. And here are all of my recipes now. So with these recipes here, I know now, okay, great. I'm going to have those 4 right now in my farm stand. If one of them doesn't work, I'm going to remove them from the category, and I do it in the same way. So basically you can say, okay, the peach serum is not really working because we now have fall and winter is coming. So I probably need to choose, I should choose something different. But I could then theoretically click on here, click edit, come here and say remove it from this and click go. And then it removes it. I don't want to remove it because I want to keep it. So I'm not going to remove it, but then I would just have 3 recipes left. Okay, now we have created a category, and then you have added it to the categories, the products you want to take to market A, B, C, or D. Now we're going to go into the category and actually use them for our shopping list. So we want to choose all of these ones because I need to make them all. I'm going to go to the market next week or in 2 weeks from now, for example, and says like, okay, I need to check my inventory. I need to know what I need to order still, because the ordering time, I would always put at least 10 days for ordering new ingredients. So let's say I go to the market mid of September. Perfect. I have time to order. I can go in, check all of these ones, and then I click on shopping list. And the shopping list is going to come up, not chopping with CH, but shopping. And then I see it's like, okay, I've got all my products here. These are the batch sizes. So obviously the shea butter and mint lip balm, I always have 10 pieces. So my batch size here is 10. This recipe from my superfood peach serum or formulation has always 4 in it. And these ones are single ones that are 4 ounces and 100-gram facial rub. So let's just start at the very top, because this one was the most important part for today. First of all, you're going to see that you have US dollars selected here, right? So this one you selected in your preferences earlier. So whatever you selected, US dollars, I think, is default. If you're in Europe, you probably have euros. If you're in Canada, you have Canadian dollars, and so on. So you will see your price here. Then display in what unit you want to see everything. I always do grams, but maybe when you're in the US, you want to do everything in ounces. So make sure you select your unit you want to see everything in. So I'm always between grams and ounces, because to be honest, I have to go back and forth because I do everything in grams at home or when I formulate, but when you order, you often see ounce and pounds, and I don't know, every supplier is so different. I wish there would be just one size fits all, but there isn't. So what you can do is obviously print it out in grams and in ounces, and maybe even in drops, because drops, if you use drops, you see all the drops here. Oh my goodness, these are high numbers then, but maybe for your essential oils, you want to have it in drops. Okay, so first of all, you say, from my lip balms, the batch of 10, I'm going to take this 3 times to the market. So I'm going to take 30 of these lip balms because I know they work really, really well, and they are hot sellers, and they're fairly cheap to make, and they have a good profit margin. So I'm going to take 3 sets of 10 with me. The peach serum is a really good seller, so I'm going to make sure I have 20 bottles there. So I'm going to make 5 of this batch. And then watch how everything changes. First of all, it changes up here, and then it changes the quantity. Now, the CBD muscle and joint lotion, I can sell it pretty well, but I don't need as many. So I'm going to take 8 of those ones with me. And maybe I take 15 facial scrubs with me. So I see immediately here my costs of this entire batch for the market is going to be $364. So I know if I were to buy everything new from scratch right now, I would need to calculate around $364. And that is with including packaging. And we will see in a moment that we break it apart here. So this is including packaging. I can already prepare myself to pull out my wallet, credit card, whatever you use, and pay $364 approximately, given that you have put in your own prices and that you have up-to-date prices as well. Because some of these ones, you can see I entered in 22 and I don't know. Well, these ones are all 2025, but prices change. So always double check your pricing. But I also see that I can make a profit of $826 if I sell everything. So my retail price total would be $11.91. But if I sell everything, I can make $800 on that market on Saturday in 2 weeks. So this gives me already the mindset, oh, it would be great to actually have $800 back in my pocket. So that makes you think as a business person, how can I package everything the best? How can I sell it the best? What can I say that I can maybe create packaging and have different bundles together and so on. So your marketing mind should start spinning already when you see these numbers. Then you come down to your ingredient shopping list, and it's incredible what we actually work with as aromatherapists, as skincare formulators, because look at all of these ingredients we have in here, right? So there are quite a few ingredients I need to purchase and or need to see if I have it still in stock. So the muscle lotion, for example, I buy from Ology Essentials Lab. I'm not creating this one myself, which is great because it's a simple product to make. And this means I just need to fill it into containers. So I'm using this one, but it will cost me money to purchase and more than maybe I would do it myself, but I don't need to worry about getting all of these little ingredients. In fact, I got this ingredient list from Ology directly. I can put it in. I can just put it into different bottles, put my label on, and be done with the essential muscle lotion with CBD. So that's perfect. This one is going to be a super great, fast product to make, but I need around 1 kilogram, or let's put it in ounces today. I need around 32 ounces. So I'm going to go and check if I have this still. If not, I know I need to purchase. And then I go down the list, basically. Mango butter. I know, for example, right now I'm out of mango butter and I will need 5 ounces. And for this market. So what I would do in this case, Pam, I would plan 2 markets ahead. So I would definitely double up on everything, knowing that I will have enough for 2 markets. So I probably would say I want to always be sure I have a little bit of extra buffer as well. And I'm going to have everything doubled up here for the market. And then I would go down here and see what I need. Okay, and then once you went down your list, you go to your packaging and you also know you need to have labels. You need to have the little wooden spoons that maybe go with them. With the thing, and then I need to also have the frosted glass bottles. So make sure you always have entered all of your prices and quantity correctly. I do custom labels. These are cheat labels, so they come out in one sheet, 30 pieces, and so on. If you not have entered your packaging with each of your products, which I think I didn't for all my products, then they will, of course, not show up. So wherever your recipes are or formulations in Blend Precisely, make sure that you have added every little thing. Not only is it important for your inventory list, but it's also super important because it adds to your COGS, right? So your cost of goods sold. You need to have everything included. Every single label costs money, even if it is only 9 cents, but it costs you money. And so make sure you enter all of your packaging, label, lid, container, if you put any cute little other ribbons around, if you have packaging, let's say you have glass bottles and you need these peanuts, if you need to have it shipped in something different, if you do shipping, and so on. So I know in total 123 for packaging, $442 for my raw ingredients. I will have a profit of 1,400 for 2 markets if I sell them all. If not, I can probably then go to the next market. So in this case, you have created, ensure that you enter your display ingredients and so on. We talked about that. And then the shopping list will show you the total cost of goods sold, the profit you will make, the retail price. It will also give you the collective quantities of each ingredient you will need on hand. You will have in addition, it will show you the packaging. We talked about that. I do love to print my inventory. We talked about how to delete a category, but so the printing is literally print. You come over here and then you print out all of your ingredients. With that, with these lists, I go over to my shelves and I write down what I need, and then I go and order everything. So this is how I use this list on a regular basis whenever I do markets. So I do the farmers market, the Tamworth one, and then I'm going to build the farm stand here right now for fall and winter, gift packaging, and with that I have this one always on hand. So this is basically how you would do it. And then over time, you exchange your products. Products that work, you add more or different scents or different sizes. And then products that don't work, you obviously want to remove. And both of these are really good signs because whatever you do, you're actually working, you're having a business. So let me know how this was and if that is clear, if you have any questions, whatnot else. I'm happy to also put the list here into our community if that is helpful as well for you. That would accompany the live today. So let me know if this is helpful, and otherwise I'm just going to add the list to our school community. Nope, not this one, but this one. Here, I can add it to the classroom. Okay, I will provide the list. We'll do so. Yes, yes, no problem. And I think I will just add it here to this one. So I'm going to make sure that I will share the list and uncheck everything. And then this way, you can go through it with the video one more time. Okay, let's see, Pam. Okay, so this was any questions, do let me know. The list you will get as well, absolutely. Yeah, I think this one was just like a little deep dive. So you can see it really, really helps me to give you more information because I know Blend Precisely at this point does a lot and gives you quite a bit of different possibilities, but sometimes everybody has a different workflow. So if you do a lot of markets, you will use the shopping list quite a bit actually, or the categories even. If you don't do any markets, you might not use the shopping list. So I have over 70 different features and whatnot else in Blend Precisely. The more I know what you need, the better. Okay, sweet. Okay, great. That makes me happy. Thank you, Jean. Lots of great info, and I can see lots of potential. Good. Yeah. So being organized in a way, and obviously feedback is always good too. So when you keep working with it, let me know. It's like, oh, Katrina, I would love to maybe do this, that, and here. And I can always put this into the list or into the wish list Seth has already. Yes, so CPAM, that's the thing, because it is quite hidden. And I actually told Seth we need to just bring it forward more because you see it now here. Before it was not visible. But now always just remember you need to check here in order to have this really come up, and you can work with it. So you make sure you check your little check marks. And then also just one last thing, here's the farm stand, for example. If I want to edit any of these images and make them different images or make these beautiful images, first of all, you have those type of thumbnails inside of school in our Indie AI Business Hub in the classroom. Business templates, I think, and I can find those back here. I think they should be somewhere here in the highlight, Instagram highlight. You can use these Instagram highlight templates and actually use those ones as well to create your own little highlights for these ones up here. But if you want to edit an image or put it in here, so you click edit images, and then you can edit any of these ones or the categories. And then I just click on the farm stand, and let's be fast with this. I'm just going to use this one, and then it will become one of your images here as well. So then you can see if you want to have, just different ones. If you're a visual person, you definitely maybe want to try different things here. Okay. All right, everyone. This is it for today for our live. And I think it was a good one. Love seeing you all here. And then happy blending. All the best for the markets. Woohoo! Go out there. I love markets. So there's a great possibilities to make money on markets. And that's the very best way to actually start a business, continue a business, be in business. It's a lot of work, but it's also super rewarding. So good go. You're very welcome, Pam. All right, everyone. Bye-bye. Ciao.